kind of guy. I really enjoyed the last one. So I thought, well, I just talk about some of the things I do at the weekend to help me manage my weight and keep the weight off. Now I've lost it all those years ago. So it's all about making things as easy as possible, but it doesn't mean that it's still easy. I still have to think about the things that I need to do to manage my weight. And one of the main things that I do is on a Saturday, I should have filmed to show you this, but on a Saturday I plan out all my evening meals for the 7 days of the week, and then I always drive to the supermarket. Now it's really easy, of course, to order all your food online, and I always find that whilst it might be a bit quicker, there's some benefits if you've got the time. Now this is applying to me, you know, everyone's life is different. People are more busy, some people don't have the opportunity to get to the shops, or they might live a long way from the supermarket, whereas I don't. I live, you know, just a 3 or 4 minute drive. Now I would walk, but there's no way I'm carrying all that shopping back. So the week's shopping is for the evening meals, and then my lunches and breakfasts, they don't ever really change too much. So even when I was losing body fat, the breakfast, the foundation of those was exactly the same, and to just make it repeatable. And people go, well, you have the same breakfast every morning. Like most people just have a bowl of cornflakes or something every morning, whereas I focus on trying to get plenty of protein and fibre in my diet in the morning, so then I'm not really hungry until lunchtime. And then I pick a lunch that the foundations of it, so maybe say like chicken and potatoes and loads of veg. It's a big lunch, and I just change like either how I season it, the different vegetables, that sort of thing. So whilst it's the fundamentals of it are the same, you know, there is variation, so you're not always having exactly the same thing. Or I might switch out potatoes for rice, you know, that sort of thing. So keeping that repeatable and simple means that my calories are where they need to be until lunchtime, and then after lunch in the evening meals we have the flexibility, because that, as a parent, you don't want to be eating different meals to everybody else. You want to sit down as a family, have a chat, but all eat the same sort of thing. Now when dieting, I might tweak what's on my plate, but again, fundamentally the meal's exactly the same, but I might have more vegetables because it's lower in calories and higher in volume. Plenty of fibre means it keeps me fuller for longer and keeps my calories low, and I find that I don't need to snack, which works really well. Now my daughter is always the fussiest eater, so one of the things that I used to do with her, she's not so bad now, is when I plan out the 7 evening meals, I would get her involved as well, so she can have a little bit of a chat around it. And just by her being involved makes it feel like she's got some control over it, when really, you know, I'm not controlling it, but I'm steering it in the right direction. And then there's not that stress at lunchtime, or sorry, in the evening meals, where they go, oh Dad, I don't really want this. We don't have that issue because we've discussed it, we know what we're having, it's on the whiteboard, everyone sees what that is because it's popped up like near the fridge every single day. So having a plan and structuring it really makes things a lot easier, because it's repeatable. You're not going, oh, what we're going to have for tea tonight, quickly, let's see what we've got in the freezer. You grab something that's quick and convenient, doesn't really fill you up and keep you going, and end up snacking later on in the day or in the evening. And then when I go to the supermarket, which is why I think it's better than ordering it. Every time I order stuff online, they bring the food and they go, here's all your meat. Oh, this has to be eaten within 2 days. And you think, well, it's supposed to be 7 days worth of food. And I know you could freeze some of it, but this adds a little bit of aggro. Whereas when you go around the supermarket and choose it, you can actually pick stuff that's got a longer best before date, that sort of thing. Which means it's a lot easier to sort of plan it out and make sure you get the right stuff. Or they'd send you an alternative that doesn't even fit what you're going to be making. Plus, movement is key, and it doesn't mean going to the gym and exercising necessarily all the time. Like, you can just come to the supermarket, like where I am now. I've parked like in the furthest space away. It's busy today, but generally when you park in the furthest space at the supermarket, do you know what? There's loads of spaces. You get extra steps in. It's a little bit more movement. No one opens their door and pangs your car. And I do that everywhere I go. So whenever I park somewhere, I try and park in the furthest space away. Easy parking. My children and my wife go, why do I always have to park so far away, Craig? And I say, well, you know, just get a bit more movement in. And it really does make all the difference. Not just maybe just one scenario where you're parking further away, but doing that frequently throughout the week. You know, you might be getting an extra 2,000 or 3,000 steps in. And then at the weekend, it's also a housework day. That counts as movement as well. Nobody wants to hoover, nobody wants to dust, but doing those sort of things really does help. Again, bring your movement up. And that's what we want to be thinking, is how can I just move a little bit more? Not how can I try and double the amount of steps I'm getting, just how can I move a little bit more? And that will help things. So I'm going to now go and battle the Saturday morning chaos in the supermarket. I mean, I hate it. I mean, I hate going in the supermarket. I just chuck my headphones in, got my list, make sure I don't miss anything, scrub it off, tick it off, don't go in without a plan, and then get on with the rest of my weekend. So have a great weekend. I'm probably going to try and do another live in the gym, maybe tomorrow morning, a session, and I might just walk through, because I didn't always have a gym. Like, not everybody's fortunate enough to have their own sort of gym space. And I built it up over the last 10 years. But when I started getting back in shape, I had just resistance bands, which I just used in a small little box room in the house with a suspension trainer in the door, so a TRX type thing, but I just got an Amazon knockoff one, did exactly the same job. Made some great, we've got some great results with that. And that's my next long form video, is going to be around, like, if you can't get to the gym, you want something to do to build some muscle, like what did I do all those years ago? And then from there, it went from that to then converting a little bit of a space in the garage to then extending not extending the garage, but extending the space in the garage, and then just buying equipment over years. And I love it. It's one of the best investments I've made. From a health aspect, and also still helps with my business as well, because I can demonstrate movements. When a client's stuck with something, I go, I'll send you a video on that, just bear with me, and then I'll send them a video. Anyway, it's been a pleasure speaking, and thank you for the content. Really changed my view on dieting. And another Craig as well. No problem, Craig. Thanks for commenting. Yes, right, have a great Saturday, and I'll see you in